really get to give a lot of love to like the music we're listening to as of now. So I thought we could, which I also have a very curious question. Like, how do you guys find new music? Because my way is stupid. My way, like it's either
MySpace. Yeah, you use MySpace, don't you? That's
Yeah.
what it is.
like when I find new music, it's usually because of sponsored ads on Instagram, and I know Fuzz gets some of that too, because me and him have sent each other bands, and we're like
Multiple times.
Yeah. But the other thing I do is like if I dig a band, I've been going down on Spotify and I'll see the similar artists and I just start clicking through them and then I'll listen to one. I'll be like, all right, this is getting added into the rotation of stuff. So do you have any special way? Rabit told me a minute ago he doesn't find new music.
I don't find new music. I let my friends tell me what bands they listen to. But yeah, I listen to like the same 10 bands like on repeat for the most part. Every once in a while, something will sneak in there that I haven't heard before. But I don't know. I don't even know how to. I guess Spotify algorithm maybe sneaks one in there for me. I think that's how.
One of those. Whoa! This wasn't on my playlist. What is this?
Whoa! What is this? I don't.
This isn't
Norma
Norma Jean.
I don't know if I like
this isn't Norma Jean.
Did Every Time I Die put out a new song? I don't know.
You know, that's another thing. Like, do you guys make playlists? I don't make any playlists. I fucking hate when people are like, I have this playlist for this and that and this. I just listen to the album. Like, if there's a band, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start at track 1 and I'm gonna listen to it while I'm working or cleaning or whatever it is I'm doing, mowing the yard. That I just let it go through.
To be 100% honest, I do have certain playlists. I do have a 90s playlist.
Okay, I do have a 90s playlist.
I swear by. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's songs from the 90s that I'm just like, if I'm feeling down, I'm fucking listening to this playlist.
Yeah.
And then I have like a
Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray's badass though. Come on, there's a couple of good songs.
Hey. You know, like the spin. I have some Spin Doctor stuff on there. Some Blues Traveler, Little Hootie and the Blowfish.
You got some
dude. Yeah, dog. I'm a sucker for a harmonica, man. I'm a sucker for a harmonica.
Don't give me the runaround now.
Ooh! Like, so when it comes to newer music, like I always do the made for me playlists because most of the time it is the same 10 bands that I listen to, but they'll sneak in. So that's how I found a ton of the bands that I listen to now. Like, that's how I found Throne, you know, that's how I found like Filth, you know, like I would have never heard that band and then it just popped up. There's a couple more that I love because of it. Like it's pretty sick. Hell, that's how I think Jabe found Greyhaven and was like, yo, you got to check Greyhaven out. They're sick. Like, I listen to the playlists. There's not a lot of albums that I can listen to from back to front. And I will admit that right now. There's some albums, like I have just, my ADD won't let me listen to the same band. I don't want to listen to the same band over and over, unless it's like He Is Legend. I do that with He Is Legend all the time. I will listen to like their records in full. But other than that, I really don't listen to many bands, albums, just playlists that Spotify makes me. That's really it.
Maybe
I've definitely found some bands that way too.
Maybe that's a future topic of like what is like your top 5 albums you can listen to just straight through. Oh. You're not skipping nothing. You're just gonna jam it.
Dude, I can name them right now.
Let's save it. We need future segments.
I got a bunch of those.
dude, I can tell you my top 5 albums right now.
So some of the bands that I've been listening to here lately, I've got the American Dream. First off, that band name's sick. Just the American Dream.
It is very sick.
They
are they newer? Are they new?
So it's confusing. It looks like they may have been a band a long time ago, but they're putting out new stuff. But it's the same sound. They sound like Hot Damn Every Time I Die.
Oh,
yeah.
What are they called?
The American Dream.
American Dream.
I'm literally writing that down right now.
They've got 2 singles out right now that are pretty badass. One is obviously way better than the other, but they're still really good. What's that?
Is there not a band called American Nightmare, or am I making that up?
I know there's a
Wasn't
wrestler.
that a movie or something?
There's a wrestler that goes by the American Nightmare.
Okay, maybe that's it. I was like, are there a band named American Dream and American Nightmare, and they're not on tour together?
That'd be sick. The American.
There was a band called American Me, which
American
was
Me
sick
was-
as fuck.
Shit.
If anybody listening has never jammed that band, please go fucking.
I've never even heard of that band.
Oh, dude, the opening track.
The first fucking song. Just go listen.
American Me.
American
Me.
It's I think
Yeah,
that's
dude,
a tribute attribute of the week
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yep.
So good. Hits you right in the face right from the beginning.
Oh,
The
guess
first.
what happens? Guess what happens when I type in American into Spotify? The first band that pulls up is American Nightmare.
Oh, so
So you're right. All right,
Nailed it.
Yeah, I jam that band every day, dude. Shit. Yeah, in the first song on the American Me record, he screams, "We are American Me." It's so sick. It's
Right into a
so
breakdown.
sick. Right into a
All right.
heavy ass
We gotta-
fucking breakdown.
we got to start an American tour.
yeah, get
Let's
all
do
the
it.
American bands.
All three bands.
They're just Jurassic.
American
different.
Me, American You, American Me Without You, American Nightmare.
Dude, I would listen to American Me Without You. I would. 'Cause Me Without You is great. How do
Me
you
Without You
make
is
that
sick.
mesh? How do you make that mesh?
So I've been listening to a lot of Heavy Hitter. Heavy Hitter's dope.
Oh,
Boundaries.
dude, same.
The new Boundaries.
Same.
Oh, Boundaries is sick.
That new record is, those guys are finally getting to blow up. They're finally getting what they deserve, dude. They're so fucking good.
Good.
They're
Yeah.
bringing Jinko Core to the map, and I'm all about it.
there's-
Dinko Core, isn't that just new metal?
Yeah, dude. So
Jinko
I
Core's
think it
new
was.
metal.
I'm pretty sure it was either Boundaries or Orthodox did a Jinko ad.
Orthodox? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those bands, and they played like Furnace Fest, and they all had baggy Jinkos on. And I remember watching the videos, and I was just like, "Thank you, thank you for bringing it back."
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
My kid wants like he doesn't want Jinko specifically, but he wants big pants right now, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
Get him,
Yeah,
Dickies.
the big pants are back. My nephew's like 16 now, and he got Jinkos last year for Christmas.
Dude, that's sick.
do you know what they
Yeah.
call it?
Oh.
Y2K grunge.
Y2K.
That's
grunge.
what that's
Stop.
That's, yes. So like because he goes, I want to start dressing Y2K grunge. He's 14. And I was like, what the hell is that? And he was like, let me show you. I'll get a picture. And he pulled up a picture, and I was like, is that a fucking picture of me in middle school? What
Yeah, no shit.
did you just show me?
Yeah, I did that.
Wow.
You know what's crazy is, so like, my wife and I talk about this all the time, is how styles, they always come back around, right? Have you
Yeah.
noticed that this style with the baggy pants and baggy clothes is coming back around a lot sooner than other
Yes.
styles have? Like, I love it, because I wore the skin tight pants. I mean, come on, if you were in a band at that time, you had to. It was just part of it.
It was the dress code.
It was, and then of course, I went back to my khaki shorts, and I haven't left since. But like, I love that baggy pants are here. I love that people are wearing high water baggy pants. I love it all. But don't call it Y2K grunge, because grunge died a long time ago. It is new metal, if anything at all.
I don't even know if it has been that short of a period. It's been like almost 30 years. Like 1994 was 30 years ago.
I mean,
So-
Yeah, but
The 70s to the 90s was only 20 years, and people were wearing 70s clothes. You know what I mean? Like,
dude, very true.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I didn't even think about it like that. Make me fucking
don't put it in
rethink
perspective.
everything
Russ.
that I said now.
We want it to feel like it
Sorry,
was yesterday.
I was at the horse races for Mother's Day, and I saw these guys, and they all looked like they were in Led Zeppelin. And like, I'm serious, they had chops, they had
Oh, yeah.
unbuttoned shirts all the way down to their belly buttons, they had bootcut jeans that looked like bell bottoms, and it was like, I could do without that style. Like, yeah, if that's what you want to do, cool, man, that's cool. But like, I fucking hate that style. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, stop that.
You know,
Stop it now.
there's
Yeah.
there's okay. So my brother's living with me. He's 22. Very big age gap between us. I'm 35. So he has his little friends coming over, which they're all kids to me. They're 20 and 21 and stuff, but they're all kids. And like they come over, they've got tattoos everywhere, they've got face, piercings, they've got ears gauged and stuff. And I'm like, you're my people, I think. And then they're like, oh yeah, I don't listen to metal or anything like that. It's really confusing, the style, because that's all like the hip hop rap stuff now. And it's like, wait a minute. This was like what all my friends wore because we were so different and hip and cool, And so it's super confusing now that it's been adopted by a whole different like genre of music. I was gonna say people, but it's music that have. Is that the same way with this new Jinko wave of stuff? Is that the cool rapper hip hop thing to do now?
I don't know. I think metal bands just were like, man, let's bring baggy pants back. like truthfully, because I remember when Wheezy crossed over and started wearing skinny jeans and Vans.
Oh yeah.
And people were like, whoa, what's this about? Like, whoa, hold on. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. But now I'm seeing a lot of snake bites, and I'm seeing a lot of stretched ears and piercings, and you're like, oh, scene kids, and it's like, no, they're like they're trying to be rappers, like really,
they're all SoundCloud rappers,
dude. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I think it's great that people are like trying to get into music, but like now, back when we were all younger, people wanted to be musicians, like wanted to play an instrument, play in a band. Now everybody wants to be a rapper or a SoundCloud, like whatever, which is cool. Again, I can't say that enough, but like, it's crazy how that's just all changed. Like, I don't know, man. The only thing cool that they've really done is made it acceptable to get your face tattooed. Like, that's like legitimately it. Like, that's it.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot easier to learn how to produce a song on your laptop or whatever on Fruit Loops than it is to learn how to play guitar or drums. You know what I mean? So
true.
A lot more people can just make songs now. It's more, widely accessible.
Yeah.
Because of, digital media and all that stuff, than actually having to sit down and learn an instrument and write a song.
Yeah, we didn't have that. We had to learn how to play instruments or whatever.
Yeah. Exactly.
You were launching your own devices on filmmaking, on music, on everything. Now everyone's got a recording studio in their fucking pocket, whether it's video or audio. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just do it on your phone.
Could you imagine all those MySpace like grindcore bands back in the day actually having the equipment now? I mean, we've talked about this before on a episode of Nerding Out with Rickshaw, wherever he is, where like those shitty recordings, those shitty recordings are so great, and like they wouldn't sound good polished, and that was kind of the charm, is that it was like DIY, shitty like basement recordings.
Those are the best.
It definitely like was a sound of an era.
Yeah.
That will never exist again.
And and what's fun is I'm going to go back to how you find your new music. Back those MySpace recordings. Those are the reasons why I listen to bands like Whitechapel. I would have never found Whitechapel without MySpace. I would have never found Immure without MySpace.
Yeah.
Like there's a whole genre. Like there's a whole era of music that if it wasn't for MySpace, I don't think these guys would even have ever like gotten signed and toured and anything like that. Like, it's awesome. That's how I and now everybody gets Spotify and they can just go find new music to listen to. Like, we had to dig on MySpace. That shit was tough.
I remember having like LimeWire and FrostWire and just like rolling the dice of like, what am I downloading? And like, I remember I was slowly kind of getting into like the metalcore kind of stuff, and I was looking for a Killswitch Engage song, and I didn't really know them at the time, and I found a song that was called Killswitch, but it was by a band called Circle Takes a Square, and I love Circle Takes a Square. I love
so good.
so much. And anyways, that's the only reason I found them is because I accidentally downloaded like, oh, maybe they just shortened Kill Switch from Kill Switch Engage, and I downloaded it and I was like, what is this fucking noise?
Oh, dude,
I love it,
dude.
I don't know what it is, but I love it.
I think
that's why like I like to go on Spotify and just be like similar artists and just hit like play, just to see like I'm rolling the dice, seeing what I'm getting, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, dude. We all had mixed CDs, man. That said, hey, dude, check these bands out, and it was like, okay.
So we all had like we were all in kind of the same friend group, kind of growing up. But like in my little group, I was the guy that always had to make all the mix CDs because I had the computer. I was always the computer dude, and I was always like just passing out the mix CDs to everyone. And I had to write all the fucking band names on it because people would be like, "Hey, what's track number 3?" I don't know, dude. So I had to write it all on there for everyone. I've had people show me that they still have CDs with my handwriting on it. They're like, dude, I still have mixtapes. I'm like, thank you for keeping that.
Dude, I found like when I met my wife, she was into a lot of those bands. She had a ton of mixtape, like just mixed CDs with bands like who we're going to see in December, the Blood Brothers. Like, I had no idea. And I'm so stoked. I had no idea who that was, and she was like, "Oh, you gotta listen to him." And I was like, and I was a metal guy. I was like, this fuck. I don't know how I feel about it. And I heard Daughters. She had a CD with Daughters and fucking and Blood Brothers on it, and I was like, damn, they're fucking sick.
Do you remember the John Bonet?
Dude, the John Bonet was so sick.
Yes, they were. It's not fair that some of these bands did not get huge. Do you remember? Yeah. You remember? I know Toby remembers this. Do you remember One Night in Paris?
Yes, we booked them.
You booked them. That's what I'm saying. You remember them? Like bands like that. Shotgun Valentine, I think was the name. Bands like that, dude. Like just.
There was a band that had 2 songs up on MySpace, and every once in a while, like every 5 years, I try to see if someone uploaded the stuff to YouTube. But they were called the horror movie massacre or something like that. The horror movie.
Yes.
And they had this one song that was so cool, and I'll never hear it again. I'll never hear it again in my life, and it kind of breaks my heart.
Do you remember the Heartland?
Yes. Well,
dude,
there's bad blood right there.
Yeah, there is. But
me and Rick Shaw are good though. But there's the Heartland was sick though.
They were sick.
Yeah.
The music was sick. I don't care about the bullshit that came.
The bullshit is
so much bullshit came along with that. So much bullshit, but they were sick. I'm just saying, there's like so many bands from back in the day that just like deserved to be bigger, and because we didn't have technology like we do now, bands couldn't get that away.
No, and okay, so I've thought about this for years and years. I wish there was a website to preserve old local bands and stuff like that, or bands that aren't on Spotify.
Hell yeah!
But like, I know that some of these artists have
Rabbit. No.
No, I was just thinking it'd be very difficult to get on that.
It would, because
media.
Well, you don't know who's like actually on a record label where it's someone owns the rights to it or something. But like, I have people that ask about local bands all the time, and I do have it. So I have to email it to them or something. And I always just wish there was just one spot where I could be like, go to the fucking website and go listen to it, or stuff that's not available anymore, like Old in Theory. I think there's one album up, but I have like who else was in our Enjoy the Fall.
Oh my god!
I've got some
Enjoy the Fall.
Like there's a lot of Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I mean, do you remember Dryline and fucking Jackknife? Yeah, dude, they were just bands from the DFW area that were just dope as shit that should have gotten bigger, and they never did, and it was bullshit.
I mean, there's so many of those bands. I wish there was just a one-stop shop for like if people wanted to upload their old like shitty music, they could. But I know what would happen. Someone would take advantage and be like, "I'm putting the new Taylor Swift record up on there," and then it all gets pulled down because of copyright infringement and stuff. So I get what would happen. I already can see that. But anyways, all right, we've I think we should go ahead and get into this genre thing because I'm stoked about it.
Sweet.
And otherwise, we'll just go on and on about fucking.
I could go on and on
early
about
2000s or mid 2000s local bands.
But I mean this category, some of this post-hardcore stuff does. A lot of those bands do fall into some of these categories.
Yeah, they do.
Like, let's be real here.
Absolutely.
But however, I mean, I could talk about local bands that deserve their flowers and never got them. I could talk all fucking day.
Also, a lot of really big bands came out of that. Like, I saw Circa Survive in Lubbock, Texas, at the tiniest venue before they were anything.
Isn't that
weird? They were touring their first album, and now they're like massive.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Huge. Yep. That dude can sing. God, he can sing.
He can sing.
All right.
He's a really good singer.
Real
He's
quick,
a really good singer.
I'm gonna tell something. I'm gonna tell a story real quick.
Uh-oh.
Toby, you want to hit me?
Hit me with it?
Yes,
he got it preloaded.
I'm sorry. I tried to set it up as best I could. So the reason I dislike Circa Survive so much, it's not because of any. It's the dumbest thing in the world. But when we were on tour, there was a person that would drive, and every time they would drive late at night, they would put on the same Circa Survive record. And the only reason I ever knew lyrics to this band was because I listened to Circa Survive every other fucking night when his turn came up to drive during the night. And I hate it so much. If I hear the song, I will walk out of the room because I've heard it so much. And it was every time, only when they drove at night. All right. And, it's usually every other night the way the shifts line up, and it was the worst fucking shit in the world. I know it's not a real tour story, but I hate Circa Survive because of being on tour. That's all I'm fucking saying.
Hey, it was a good enough reason to use the graphic, so I appreciate you. But did you like it at first? Were you like, all right, yeah, cool? And it just pissed you off slowly, like after day 6, you're like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
Yeah, dude. It once it got to the point where it was like I knew the lyrics, I was just like, okay. I would wake up because I always slept on the first bench in the van. That was always because I'm too big. I wasn't going to the back of the van.
Yeah.
So the front bench was always my bench, and I fucking would wake up and I would grab my dreads, and yes, I would grab my dreads and I'd put them over my ears and then put my pillow over my ears like this and just fucking sleep because I could not stand listening to fucking Circa Survive again every fucking time we drove. It was the worst.
We're going to promote some stuff that we all do. You guys can go first because y'all are promoting the same thing.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
Yes, we are.
Rabit, and if you don't know, Rabit and I are in a band called Terminated. We only name our songs after Adam Sandler quotes.
So good.
And
so funny.
At least for the first EP.
For the first EP, we have 2 songs on Spotify, and we are actually in the process of booking new dates to record hopefully another EP. We have a show. When is it, Richard? The
June 15th.
June 15th at Haltom Theater. If anybody watching wants to come out and kick it, it should be a pretty good show. That's about all we got right there.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, it's weird doing this myself because I'm not usually the one steering the ship. But hey, if you want to check out the things that I do the Secret Levels podcast. It's a retro video game review show. We go over one game per episode. We go over the history, the story, the gameplay, some fun facts, and we'll let you know if it's still worth playing 30 years later or however old it is. You can also catch me on Twitch, streaming those said retro games at twitch.tv/TobyVonDoom. I stream every Tuesday at 7:15 Central Standard Time, but I do stream sometimes throughout the week. So come hang out and stuff. and all that good stuff. Yeah, I guess I don't know how to wrap this up because I've never been the wrap up guy on this. So I guess we'll see you later, nerds.
See you later, nerds.